love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mase and Cam.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's good, man?
Everything good?
Yeah, man, I got some news I'm going to share with you in the next couple of days.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. I feel good too, though, man.
You're going to really be happy about this.
All right, cool. I'm looking forward to it. I got some news I want to share with you in a couple of days too, man. Yeah, man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, shit. Revenge of the Nerds.
Well, this is a great start. Everybody's off on good vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to start with Bronny James. It looks like his entrance into the league is going to be delayed. He was removed from the ESPN 2024 mock draft and is instead projected to go as a second rounder in the 2025 draft. Do you guys think expectations were set too high for Bronny James at this point in his career?
Wait, are you already pushing him back to pause 2025?
That's what they're doing. Second round, though, too.
Second round.
Yeah.
They gotta put some respect on Bronny's name now. I knew he needed work, but I didn't think that much work. But when you think of what happened, and I was thinking of the first 6 games I saw, they definitely look like he may need some more time. But I think he shouldn't allow the so-called experts, especially when it's not people like me, to tell him what he can and cannot do, you know? Because I'm telling him the truth, but I think you should never let somebody set your expectations for you. Just because somebody think you're a second rounder, that doesn't mean you're not going to be a brilliant pro. I mean, Kawhi Leonard, you know, there's a few people that came in second round, Draymond Green. A lot of guys came in second round and they had Hall of Fame careers. So Bronny, if you're watching this, just so people know I'm not against the James family, I just like to call things straight. And this is one of those things I got to call straight. I think that he have a lot of upside if he gets out of the name. If he could just play beyond his name, he don't have to play up to his name. Just play as great as any kid that was 6'2" or 6'3" with that kind of athletic ability. It could have been Ja Morant. Ja Morant bloomed late. So take that kind of mindset and work your tail off. Work the tail off to preserve the name James and to make sure you make your dad proud and your mom's proud. By the way, she got my birthday. Me and Savannah James got the same birthday. So he come from greatness. You know?
LeBron don't got nothing to do with it, though. Just because you and Savannah got the same birthday, that's why he's great. That's wild.
Yeah.
But okay.
I mean, he come from somebody with greatness. So, I mean, of course, LeBron had something to do with it. But, you know, I'm just giving good commentary, you know?
I'm mad. I was looking here while you was talking. I was trying to find the exact stats. I took a screenshot of it. Maybe it's on this phone. I'll look for it maybe during the break or something. But they compared Bronny's stats his rookie year to Michael Jordan's son's stats his rookie year.
In college?
In college.
Oh, my goodness.
And Michael's son was killing. I'm talking if you compare
freshman year?
Freshman. If you compare, I mean, he wasn't killing, but if you compare stats between, you know how they doing everything, Michael, Bron, and whatever. So he put the sons. I think Bronny averaged a little under 6 points. And
Marcus Jordan.
And Marcus Jordan, I believe, averaged 14 or 15 points. Then it was highest shooting percentage. I believe the assist was the same or something like that. But you gotta love the internet.
Yeah.
You gotta love the internet, man. For them to figure figure those stats out, or whoever researched them stats, y'all are a motherfucker. Y'all
and that's solid numbers. That's solid numbers for a freshman, especially Marcus Jordan. Marcus Jordan. Right. That was solid numbers.
Right. What I think is this, my personal opinion, is this is all because of the cardiac arrest situation that Bronny went through. There's no way in the world that Bronny would have got as low as minutes as he got. When I say low minutes, he wasn't playing a lot because of the situation. I think they monitored him. This was a life-threatening situation, and I believe that LeBron and Savannah and the James family have more than enough money that they care about his well-being before him getting on any basketball court ever. So I think that was being monitored because previously, before he got to before he got to college, he was going to go to any school he kind of wanted to go to. So for him to choose USC out of everything, I know they're living in California, it's close to home, etc. That had to be discussed. Starting, minutes being played, shot selection, how many shots per game. This had to be discussed with LeBron because LeBron has a vision. Because if USC wasn't going to do that, LeBron could go to Ohio State and say, roll the red carpet out. And it's just that simple. And that's what it would have happened. So my personal opinion is, I don't think he's ready to go this year. I think they're still monitoring him. It's not about, it is about his game because you need to see him compete on the next level, which he hasn't really been able to compete this season. So I think if his heart and everything, his body is in good shape, next year is the real test run. To me, this is almost like a red shirt year, or how we would say Ben Simmons didn't play his first year in the NBA, or Chet or somebody else. This is more about, to me, and I could be totally wrong, but this is more about seeing where his health is at. It's sort of like, and totally different scenario as well, but homie from Buffalo Bills who caught that cardiac arrest or got hit when his heart stopped and everything.
DeMar Hamlin.
DeMar Hamlin. I was going to say Hamlin, but absolutely DeMar Hamlin. His minutes this season were limited. They wasn't like they were the previous year because they want to make sure that this doesn't happen again. Because what happens is this: as much as we want these athletes to get back out there and see them be great and say, good, he beat this. If something happens a second time, the next thing of public opinion is, what was he doing out there?
Yeah. Who okayed
this? You get what I'm saying? So
definitely.
I would take every step, measurement, etc. if I was the James family to make sure that Bronny is in good health before anything else.
Right. And then as far as Marcus Jordan's stats, he was averaging 13.7 points per game and then 2.3 rebounds. And then Bronny's at 5.5 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.5 assists. So obviously he did have an injury, so he probably is trying to get back to that level. But in response to all the criticism that Bronny is facing, LeBron spoke up and tweeted, "Can y'all please just let the kid be a kid and enjoy college basketball? The work and results will ultimately do the talking no matter what he decides to do. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what a mock draft says. He just works. Earned, not given." Do you guys have any thoughts about LeBron's response?
I actually like that response. That's kind of the response I'm expecting them to take all the way through this, you know? When you think of like Bronny James, I can't really even gauge Bronny James until I see Mikey Williams play. Actually, that would be my safe assessment. After I see Mikey now, if Mikey start out 15-8, 16-8, then we're going to have a different conversation.
What I'll say about what LeBron is almost like a quarterback situation. And I'm with him 100% on what he's saying. 1,000%.
Not given.
Absolutely. But when you say let the kid be a kid, he's your son. They're not letting it happen.
Yeah.
You went to these games when he was in 7th, 8th grade. When you show up, look, I remember I got into a whole shit with my son's mom because she didn't want me to come to my son's graduation when he was 6. Because the middle school, not 6, pardon me, when he was in 6th grade, because the middle school that he was going to was connected to the elementary school. Like, oh, they're going to harass him. You don't need. And I'm sitting there saying, I can't come to my son's graduation.
Yeah.
Now, come on now. Now it's getting preposterous at this point that I can't come to my son's graduation. But I get where she was coming from. She didn't want him to have to go through anything through the whole middle school, junior high school, whatever you want to call it, just for being my son. And when your son is LeBron James' son and he plays basketball, and I'm with you, don't get it fucked up. I agree with you, but let a kid be a kid. That's not going to happen, because when you're at them games jumping up and down and you're excited and he's making ESPN because you're his dad and 9th, 10th, 11th grade, they're going to be on top of him. And the reason I say quarterback situation is that when you're doing good, you get the praise. And when you're not, they're going to talk about you. Now, the reason I definitely sympathize with the LeBron and the James family is because when they do these drafts or whatever, it's all good, but nobody's really mentioning the cardiac arrest. You know, they're just like brushing that underneath the rug. Like, he averaged 5. I don't know what's going on. I can't do it. I talked to Sin about this. You know, Sin, Bronny ain't looking like. I said, bro, the man had a cardiac arrest. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, and I know Stat doesn't. And no, not like that. Not even no shade. Not even no shade. But,
no, it wasn't just the way it came out.
Yeah, like it was a player called Hank Gathers.
Yeah.
And Hank Gathers collapsed on the court. After he collapsed on the court, they took him out, stretcher, this, that, and the third, put him through treatments. 4 games later, he's back on the floor. The 5th game after they let him back on the floor, he came back 3, he missed 3 games. The 5th game, he died on the court. On the court. And they let him back on.
That was not good.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It isn't like we haven't seen this. Reggie Lewis for the Boston Celtics died on the court, or took him off and he ended up dying. It isn't like these things don't happen. So, like I said, I get it when people are saying the mock draft, he's not doing this. I get LeBron as a father. Look, nigga, if that's my son too, get off his dick, man. Fuck out of here. But if they're praising my son all the way through, I can't say nothing. I'm going to sit there and say.
This comes with it. These are the pros and cons of being a star athlete.
Exactly.
So you never turned away the good praises, so you got to accept these as well.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so moving along, the official Pelicans account and Stephen A are actually beefing right now after Stephen A made comments about Zion Williamson's weight and commitment to basketball. The official Twitter posted Stephen A's highlights, and they added his 1.5 points per game and 1 assist for when he used to play basketball. And they dropped a highlight tape of him doing a lot of just various sport events. And honestly, it was pretty bad. So what do you guys think about
1.5 from the basketball savant? Oh my goodness, Cam, what do you have to say about the 1.5? I thought you were saying 1.5 million.
Oh no, 1.5 points per game.
What she was saying.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what you guys thought about the Pelicans even clapping back at Stephen A to begin with, but then also his stats, I guess. It's stats.
You got the Cuban ring on? You got a little Cuban ring. Okay.
Stat got motion.
Nah, nigga, Cuban, not till you go with the chain. Little Cuban, okay, Stat, you out there splurging. That's what I like to see, man. You making that money.
Learn from the best. Learn from the best.
Stat got the Cuban ring on.
Okay. When niggas switching rings. Oh, we talking ring?
Yeah.
I gotta step my game up.
Yeah, I see a Cuban over there. I spoke to Stephen A last night, actually, about all this. Well, first of all, I spoke to him because he's going to be on Mark Jackson's show. I don't know if it's the next episode. I believe it's the next episode. Anyway, he filmed with Mark Jackson last night. So I hopped on the Zoom and spoke to them guys real quick. So I asked him about this. I said...
About the 1.5?
I asked him about the Pelicans, period.
Oh, the Pelicans.
Yeah, so I said, what's going on? So he mentioned that. He said, Cam, all they're doing is trying to bring up highlights. I didn't see the highlight tape.
It was bad.
Yeah,
how bad?
It was bad, like him trying to throw. But shout out Stephen A, but it was, yeah.
He was trying to throw what?
The baseball. Like, it was just a lot of stuff. And then him, like, just failing everything. But, like,
Stephen
it's the effort that counts.
Stephen A's family, first and foremost. Stephen A. His family.
Yeah.
Killer, continue what you were saying.
Yeah, so he was like, they try to call me out, talking about I'm not athletic and I average 1.5. It's actually, I'm speaking what he's saying. It actually was lower than that because I never played a game. I got hurt. That's what he said. He said, I never even played a game, so I don't know why they keep coming out with the 1.5. But obviously, remember, I'm Stephen A. Smith talking verbatim. Not actually verbatim, but more or less what he told me. And he was like, yo, I didn't say nothing wrong. They've been stinking, they stunk the high heaven since the in-season tournament. Zion is overweight. They coming at me about me being an athlete. He said, I'm 56 years old. I'm still looking good. And I'm at the top of what I do. They haven't won a game since they put this clip out. So basically, he said they're 0-3 or 0-4 since they put the clip out. He said, I'm winning every day. So I don't know exactly what they're talking about.
I like that talk.
Yeah,
I like that talk.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said, I win every single day.
Yeah.
So I'm at the top at what I do. And they've lost every game since they put that clip up trying to get at a 56-year-old man. Y'all focus on the wrong thing. Worry about winning. So that's what he told me.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm sharing this information is because he was going to talk about it on his podcast. I was busy last night running around. I always watch this podcast as well, so I'll make sure later this afternoon that I'll go watch this podcast. But I wouldn't tell anything in confidentiality if he didn't already tell me that he was going to put this on his podcast. And he was talking about it actually on Mark Jackson's shows that comes on Tuesdays and what's today, Monday?
Yeah.
I'm going to get y'all schedule for me.
Yeah.
I think it's Monday and Wednesday it comes on, but correct me, it comes on 3 p.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then also Stat Show comes on 3 p.m. on Fridays. This is all Eastern time. So, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't know he's going to talk about it on this podcast, but that was his response to the Pelicans.
But when I saw Stephen A. shooting on the sideline, his jumper looked smooth a little bit. And he said he got a scholarship. They said he got a scholarship after making 17 threes in a row.
Well, that's what he bought up to. He bought that. He got his scholarship, hurt his leg, so he never
cracked
got
his knee in half.
So he never got a chance to play. Then he also mentioned that they put up some footage of him and James Harden shooting somewhere or something, and I guess he was shooting air balls or something. And and they was like this and that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the video. Don't worry about it, champ. You know you number one on this shit we doing right here, nigga. The numbers tell it, man. But I would tell niggas this, and niggas used to say that about me as well. Nothing about sports, and I'm not trying to claim no number when it comes to sports. But people used to tell me, Cam, oh, I ain't go pro basketball, or you ain't do this, or you ain't do that. I said, I went pro, and I'm a superstar at what I did.
Yeah.
Collectively, I have a total of 18 million records. So either I'm on the album, it's my album, or I executive produced the album. I made it. I'm superstar status in my profession. Or in your profession, this ain't to the Pelicans. I'll let Stephen A. and the Pelicans figure that out. I'm just talking about when people try to tell me anything sports related. When I tell people this all the time, Murder, Mussolini, we speaking to Dame. Dame said he wants to speak to Mase Mussolini. My man Dame, I forgot he was Mase Mussolini.
Yeah, Dame trying to go there. Because I told him, I said, I'm talking to Malibu Dame, but I need to speak to Harlem Dame Dash. Where's that guy? Could you get him on the phone?
Yeah, he said, well, where's Mase Mussolini? And I forgot. I said, oh, shit, he was Mase Mussolini. That's Army Jacket and Scully Mace right there. That was a minute.
Yeah, that's when Dame first found us, man. That was crazy.
Right. So I was just saying in general, when people be like, yo, y'all didn't go pro or this, that, and third, I'm like, look, it really isn't that hard of a choice, right? And I'll lay my life out is where I go to college my first year. I get kicked out the second semester. I come home. Mase is on the cusp of getting a record deal with my man Kuda Love. Kuda Love in the building today.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Kuda Love. He's on the cusp of getting a record deal. I tried to go back to school to Monroe College. I couldn't make it up there on that train every day. I didn't.
You went to Monroe, Killer?
I went for 2 days.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I couldn't make it because after I got kicked out of college, they like, the second semester just got started when I got kicked out of college, so they like, you could pick your credits up. And when you live in New York, if you don't live right by the train station, you'll never make it to the train station.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because you're gonna run into 15 niggas that's gonna try to stop you. And I'm not saying that like, don't go to school, don't go to school.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit there and talk. Go to the next block, sit there and talk. I went to Monroe College twice and I couldn't do it. And I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for Mase and Kuda to see what happens with this. So you gotta realize when Mase got his record deal at 19, 20 years old, nobody was thinking about going back to school. And I'm not saying we would have went to the NBA or even went overseas.
We didn't need to at that point.
Yeah, because listen, you talking about now, and I'm talking about back then. You got $1 million. I'm just using round numbers, or go back to school and see if it work out. It really wasn't that hard of a choice, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, niggas is eating all the White Castles they want at this point. We up.
Yeah, I going Jimmy Jazz shopping every minute. The his was just going inside Jimmy Jazz getting dressed. So, yep, that's how I went, man.
So I know we talked about the stats, and again, shout out Stephen A., but like, how do you guys feel about the official Twitter being the one making those statements and dropping that highlight? Because I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I think they're standing by their team. I really support both sides, really, because I understand as a collective, they're saying Stephen A. or whoever it is, we're not going to let you disrespect our unit, called the Pelicans. And when you do that, I guess that should help them bring some camaraderie, because they really need to start winning some games. They have extremely too much talent on that team to not be winning, especially with McCollum.
Yep.
You got Ingram. You got Zion. They got all the pieces necessary to do what they're not doing. So if you take this energy, Pelicans, that you're directing towards Stephen A., and put it into practicing and staying focused instead of worrying about partying, if y'all win the in-season tournament, then you guys will do much, much better. That's my take.
Yeah, as far as their social handling it, everybody hiring young hip niggas to do their social.
Yeah.
Like the niggas who own the Pelicans is probably like 70, 80 years old. You think they sitting there like, oh, I know what to do. Let's edit a whole video on my phone.
Yeah.
You hiring the young hip niggas to do your social. It don't matter who it is. Any corporation is doing that. I mean, don't get me wrong if you're clean cut IBM or something, but I done seen these brands get crazy. You got to think about it. They're hiring black people to do a lot of shit. Megan Thee Stallion got her own sauce at Popeyes, a dipping sauce or something. She got her own shit. Offset and Cardi B had their own meal at McDonald's too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfucking, can't even think of the other girl name. Fat Joe just had his own sandwich at White Castle.
Yeah.
They're coming back into the black community. That's another story. They see we trying to eat healthy. Go get the niggas. Go get the niggas. Show them that we just fried chicken.
Two chicken sandwiches.
Don't
with
go.
A Coke.
Yeah, they try too many niggas trying to get organic. Get the top highest niggas.
Yeah, even Travis Scott had a meal.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
And
my
Sweetie.
meal I used to eat at McDonald's every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the point being is back to the original point when it comes to social. All of these niggas got young hip niggas doing social. I can't think off the top of my head, but I've seen a few different scenarios when I'm like, what the fuck Mercedes-Benz talking shit to so-and-so for? It just happened the other day. The other day with Chris Brown and Ruffles. The Ruffles page was going crazy.
Ruffles like, we have nothing to do with that.
Niggas said, we learned at the same time. Don't put this on us. They all in the Shade Room comments. They in Ball Alert comments. Every blog comments, Ruffles was in the comments like, don't even put no dirt on our name like that. So I think it's young, hip niggas doing this, and that be smart of these organizations or any corporate company where you're old, or you're too old, where you're like, how does this live work? We was on the phone other day with Duke and Larry. Duke said, I don't know how to work live.
The same one that said that was somebody else that we getting our Wi-Fi from aliens.
Oh yeah,
But he
they
said
from the
some
same.
other
They from the
things.
same building.
Yeah.
They
But
from the
on
same
another
building.
note, Killer, what name a restaurant and what would be the killer meal?
If we doing restaurants,
Yeah, like McDonald's or something. What would be the killer meal?
I gotta go like my man H Show. Shout out to my man H Show up there in Harlem River PJs over there on McCombs and all that. Yo, and all that. That's my man. And if if it was me, he said something to me. This isn't even my bar. This is his bar, but I have to agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that I said something to him, and I'm using this reference what he told me, because I feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be a male. When I said something for him, I said, everybody ain't gonna get you. He said, yeah, I'm like beluga caviar. I'm an acquired taste. So he said, Killer, this ain't for everybody. I'm beluga caviar. I'm an acquired taste. I'm not for everybody. so I feel like my nigga H.O. Real name Arrow. That's my nigga.
Yo, we gotta get all the Harlem niggas together, yo.
That's a fact.
These niggas is crazy.
I like that. When he told me that, I said, niggas, that one thing about Harlem, boy, they ain't gonna talk crazy.
You're not gonna get them niggas trapped with no words. I don't care
I
what
didn't
it
want
is.
to act like it's mine. So if I say it, told you, yo, nah, murder, I ain't a male. I'm beluga caviar. I'm a quiet taste. That's my nigga H.L. shit. My nigga Errol real name, man. He spins some gems, man. Definite.
So you asked Cam, but now I gotta ask you.
That was crazy. The Killer said that. You're an acquired taste.
That's crazy.
That
That's
was
crazy. I'm too happy to even get mad.
Y'all are in a happy ass mood. It's great.
I don't care.
I figure we going along with everybody.
I don't even care.
You're an acquired taste.
Oh, yeah.
It's
You call
wild,
me.
yo.
No problem. No problem.
What
man.
did you mean by that?
If you listened to the reference before, maybe you don't know what beluga caviar is.
No, I wanted
Do
to
you
know.
know what that is? Just what we need to do. Do we need to do
it?
I'm not mad. Do we need to do it? Because I got it in my notes.
I like this. This is
keeping this on
great.
defense.
This is great.
Do we want to do this? Let me know.
Yo,
Do you want me to pull your balls out?
I'm just asking the question.
Yo, I'm just asking you too.
Okay.
Do you want to go on the phones? I got balls.
Seems like it's a pass. It's a pass. Okay.
You can't get me mad. What meal are you though? Paul?
Yeah, like I want to know.
If you want to really be technical, and I wasn't going to do it, asking me what meal I am is pause. That's crazy. What meal is you? What kind, you a snack? Like pause? The question initially is crazy. What kind of meal are you is wild. So that's fine with me. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, let's skip this.
Skip it.
Together.
Okay, so let's skip straight to the Celtics. They have won their 8th straight game. Do you guys think people are underestimating how good they are? And then do you think they'll be able to keep their streak?
Oh yeah. On another note, I think the Celtics, I think they're everything that everybody think they are. Like Killer said earlier in the season of us recording this, is that it's all gonna boil down to the playoffs. And no matter what we're talking about, how great they are, they've had 8 game. They got an 8-game lead over Cleveland. Cleveland is in second place. But it's really going to boil down to, can they stay healthy? If they can stay healthy, then I see them in the East. I still don't necessarily have them as a foregone conclusion that they're going to win the East, because I could still see a few teams beating them. Not just one. I could see 2 teams beating them, and then they'll be talking about how they're not, they got time. Because I remember Jason Tatum saying this, and whenever a person already has an out, it's easier pause to make them take that out. So I think they're very good. But this 45-12 record is the league's best. But I think if they didn't hire Doc, Milwaukee would have this same record. I really do.
Good point. So Doc is making them lose games?
Yeah, so like you said, they're switching the culture. They're switching, and then you bring in your boy with the clipboard.
Pat
you know
Beverly.
what I'm saying? Now it's two things they got to get over. They got to get over Doc and learn his system, and then they got to learn how to deal with
Patrick Beverly.
Patrick Beverly.
Very, very good point. It's really nothing to talk about. Mase just said it, and I said it on previous episodes. The Boston Celtics will be measured by what they do in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
What I will say about their record, though, right now, and if they can withstand, look like Denver's creeping back into this thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Over in the West Coast. They're a game and a half out of first place. Minnesota and Oklahoma City are tied for first in the West, and Denver's a game and a half out, and the Clippers are 2.5 games out of first. What I would say is this to the Boston Celtics, and Mase is absolutely right. What's going to happen is that you're going to be measured upon what you do in the playoffs. Two things. Hopefully you don't run into Jimmy Butler. I don't know what Jimmy Butler does in the playoffs to turn up and make himself just better than everybody on the floor. Seems like the last few years when on the East Coast at least, not the whole championship and everything else. But my nigga Jimmy, turn up when them playoffs come. That's the first thing. Secondly, if you get past everything in the East, I would want y'all to maintain this record for the simple fact that if it does come down to y'all in Denver, you know, and right now I'm still going with Denver. Clippers are looking sensational. Milwaukee, Minnesota, Oklahoma City, they're looking sensational. I'm just worried about their playoff experience when the playoffs come. But the one thing the Celtics will have on their side is home court advantage throughout the whole playoffs, including the championship. So let's say, for instance, if it does get down to y'all in Denver, meaning the Boston Celtics and the Denver Nuggets, at least you will have home court advantage going against whatever team you have to play for. And I think that would be important, especially playing against Denver, because a lot of people talk about the altitude when you get to Denver.
Yeah.
And the breathing, and it's not the regular air there, and it's, you know, weekends, you need oxygen when you get subbed out, so on and so forth. You have home court advantage if y'all have to play Denver. And I think that's very important. But you guys are going to be based off what you do in the playoffs.
Okay, so I found a really interesting stat that I got to share with y'all regarding the Celtics. So they actually have the 9th all-time best net rating. And 7 of these 9 teams have won a title. So first is the 96 Bulls, 97 Bulls, 2017 Warriors, then the 2016 Spurs, and it goes the 08 Celtics.
What's net rating?
So basically, like their offensive rating and their defensive rating, it's a point differential, and then it shows like their overall like stats. So like when you look into advanced stats, they have their offensive rating, their defensive rating, how many games they've played, and then their core play. It's kind of hard to explain. Their core players who are actually a unit and making the most points. So it rates the team overall, like their overall net rating. And so that's why it's interesting, because if 7 of these 9 teams have won a title and they're at 9th, I feel like we might be, I'm not going to say underestimating, because obviously they're first in the East right now, but like I think they're more of a legit team than people are ready to really realize right now.
Everybody know they're legit.
No, but
what's the other 2 teams?
People keep saying that.
Who were the other 2 teams that didn't win? Because that's
here. So this is the 2016 Spurs and the 72 Lakers.
Okay.
Those are the only 2 teams. So like the fact that they're 9th like this is not even just now, 9th all time. And then looking at their advanced stats, they're first in offensive rating and then 3rd in defensive rating for everybody in the league. So it's like, granted, they're only 57 games in, but like at this point, that puts them, at a way higher caliber than I think people were ready to.
It's only 25 games left in the regular season. What I'll say about the stats you just read is they always making up some stats.
Yeah.
When they want a nigga to feel good, they make up some stats.
I don't believe that.
It'd be 9 games, right? And they'll be like, they won 7 of their last 9. And even though the first loss and the third loss, they'll make up any number they want. Though the last 13 games, he's been averaging 7.5 assists. They don't say 20 games, 15 games, 10 games, 5 games. Niggas, in the last 11 and a half games, he's been, that's what stat niggas do. They'll find ways to make them look good. To make them look good.
The first 43 games, they were tied with the Hall of Fame Lakers.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's 82 games.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. So.
And I want to know if you feel this way with them playing Miami. You talking all this about Boston.
Yeah, but also, like I said, and we've all said, you can never count Miami out. But at the same time, earlier in the beginning of our show season, I did say that I feel like the Celtics will be able to take it all the way. So it's like, yes, I feel some, because I said that. I said I feel some type of way because it's the Celtics.
Triple J, stat.
Yeah, but like.
You off of Triple J. You
I didn't
back
say
on
that. No,
niggas.
it's forever going to be the Heat, but I just have to be realistic. And looking at the stats, like that was a cool stat line to see.
No, it's both for y'all. So you rubbing off on her. That's the problem. Both of y'all. It's ridiculous.
We can run whatever tape we need. Like,
here you go. Same shit.
I said this earlier, but it's still a little early, but seeing how things are going, it's interesting.
All y'all want to run the tape back. Everything is wild with y'all too.
Florida to the water go.
It is. It's always going to be Miami, but the Celtics are doing very, very well. And I have to recognize that.
I
even though that's enemy territory.
Don't agree with me because you did this with the Kansas City Chiefs.
I really despise agreeing with Cam. But I have to agree with him on this.
Okay. You did it too, bro. Both of y'all did. You did it. You left Kansas City. And then you came in with a Kansas City helmet one day.
I never left. I said the title is on the move. You dig? The title is on the move.
Where's the title go?
Other teams had home court. You misinterpreted.
It's home field, Mase. Anyway, so
home field.
But what I'm saying is, when you get the title, where does it go? Back to Kansas City, right? So how's it on the move if it's going back to where it's supposed to be?
Because we on a world tour. Muhammad's my man.
This is for this. I'm just mad you got stats feeding into this shit now to where she said something about the Celtics in the beginning of the season, which I don't remember.
I will find it and post it just because I know y'all don't remember it when we originally made our picks. But it was a cool stat. I just wanted to share that. So I thought it was dope.
It's supposed to be Florida till there's no more water. I don't know what to tell you.
I'll show y'all. We'll get back to it. Anyways, y'all, we're going to go to break. And when we return, we will discuss Trae Young.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I here this woman wanna be free? Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, the Warriors will play the Wizards. Underdog fantasy has Steph Curry at 27.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher.
Cool.
Yeah, this Jordan Poole with bass time.
He got to remind him that. It's different now, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm going higher. I smell about 50.
This would be the game to do it too. Okay, Draymond Green is at 7 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Higher.
Okay, and Kyle Kuzma is at 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have a higher or lower, Mase?
33 what?
33.5 points, rebounds, and assists.
Lower.
Lower.
Okay.
I think Draymond shuts all that down. But Stat, back to you. This is crazy. Stat, for real. You
Okay.
talking about Boston last section or segment was crazy. I think that's worse than blueberry juice.
I don't think it so at all.
Yeah. Me and blueberry juice. Shout out to my boy OJ. OJ, we miss you, OJ, on the show, man. I hope you're doing well.
That's a fact. Definitely makes.
Hey, well, and also download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. Don't think my Boston take was crazy, but we'll get back to it a few episodes from now.
Was crazy.
Because I can't wait till you tell us your team.
Killer, was this the top? This was worse than OJ, for real. This was worse than the pillows and the blankets. To hear you talk about Boston is crazy. I mean, everything about you is Miami Heat. That's worse than Titletown on the move.
It's definitely not.
It's definitely not. Up there. It's definitely up there.
We'll get back to it. This is
both of y'all. Wow, I'm not even gonna say nothing. You know why I don't gotta say nothing no more? Because the audience sees it. The audience comes to me. They see it. The audience sees it. They be seeing y'all. They see y'all pump faking, bro. They always hit me. I'm telling you, they see it. I don't even gotta fight no more.
Yeah,
they be right
sound like the people that never get caught. They be like, "Yo, God sees everything."
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Stat and God see you, Stat.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it. Because I know what I said. And I don't travel locations. Titletown doesn't move. I just know. And I stand by what I say.
Okay. It ain't on the move.
Exactly. Okay. So Trae Young will be undergoing finger surgery and will be out for at least 4 weeks. What does this mean for the Hawks?
It means a lot to the Hawks because this scoring is gone. And this floor generalship is gone as well. But it's actually a pivotal time for them to see if Murray can do it without Trae Young. This is the time, Murray, for you to step up. And not that you haven't been stepping up, you home team. But this is your time to show everybody they don't need Trae Young at the point. Instead of anybody quietly having these conversations, this becomes 4 weeks straight for you to show that I took this team and we played better without him. The ball is moving more fluent. And that this team is a better team actually without him at this position. And this way you get to make that case that you should be the point guard of this team and it should be your franchise. So I hope you take this as an opportunity to do so. But, hurting the left pinky, I mean, if you're a shooter in your right hand, this is just the God hand anyway. It doesn't do nothing but hold the ball like that. It's real easy to just tape that up and still get about 25. I could do it, but he's not me. But shout out to Trae. Ice Trae the game.
You're a little too happy today. You need to calm down a little bit.
I can do it. Put me at 25 points.
Ice Trae the game. It's just a shooting hand. Look at that. That's just the left pinky. This is the hand.
I can't even move my left pinky, mate. Look, my shit is stuck over here. So this means a lot. When you can't move it over here.
Yeah, when it's your shooting hand, but it's your God hand. Your God hand.
I'm ambidextrous. I should shoot, so I'm good. I was both-handed. I'm ambidextrous, so it wouldn't matter for me. I'd be playing.
Yeah,
but you made a great point with Murray because to me, the chemistry with him and Murray has not been there since Murray's gotten there. I've seen times where the game is down to the wire and Murray has it and he doesn't look. He looks Trae off and shoots and Trae makes a face. And I've seen vice versa. I've seen games where games are down to the wire and Murray got his hands up and Trae shoots and he's like this. Body language, Paul, says a lot.
Yeah.
And it isn't really hard to read, especially when teams aren't playing well. Like right now, they're in the 10th seed for the play-in. But this, I think you said it best, Mase, because right now it isn't like they've been playing well at all. Trey individually is averaging great numbers. He's averaging almost 11 assists, 10.8 assists. I believe it's 26.5 points a game. And sensational numbers, but when you're 25 and, well, let me see, what is it, right? 25 and 32, it's not really meaning nothing. This could be a scenario where, when you brought that out, what you made me think about, this could possibly be a Bradley Beal, John Wall scenario.
Yeah.
How it was John Wall's team, but Bradley Beal was there putting numbers up, doing his thing, and not necessarily getting the credit he may have been deserved in the beginning because John Wall is flashy. You know, John Wall's a number one pick. John Wall is supposed to be the next thing closest to LeBron James when he was coming into the NBA. Mm-hmm. And injuries kind of prevented from his career going where it could have went. But Bradley Beal was there doing his thing. And this could be a situation similar to that. I think that was a great take. And if Murray's listening, this is your opportunity.
Okay, and then on Sunday, Jordan Poole dropped 31 points in a game versus the Cavs, although they lost 114-105. Do you guys think Jordan Poole will be able to keep his momentum?
I sincerely hope he does, because I'm looking at it right now. He had 31. I can't even say I hope he does, because it's already went away. By the time he had 31, he had 18 and I think 21 against OKC. And then 18 against Denver. So that number is already dwindling as we speak. So this is one of the most disappointing seasons I think I've ever saw from somebody that went to go get their own team. I don't remember nobody playing this poorly or having this kind of year. Even the last person I remember, and I don't want to say their name. Let's just move off that. This is the person that I think has had the worst season from going to go get your own team. You're supposed to go crazy. I remember when James Harden just first got to Houston, he was going nuts on that team. Pause. And then everybody else that I remember, every time they got a new team, they went crazy. Why would you go to a new team, say it's your team, you're the franchise, and not perform? That's crazy. But I guess you're in the beginning of a deal, so you're not worried about the money. And he got a ring. So he's just enjoying D.C. I knew D.C. was going to be too much for a light-skinned nigga. I said that, Killer. At the beginning of the season,
You did
am
say
I
that.
correct?
You
I said Chocolate City,
that.
pause. Going to be too much for that light-skinned boy, man. He get out there, he ain't used to seeing that chocolate pause like that. I'm just telling you what I know.
Between you and Stat,
What?
which y'all just used to say, I don't even
What
want to
you
look.
think we just say anything?
Yes, I do. I really do. I really believe.
You don't remember me saying that, Cam?
Maybe that.
I did. Stat, speak up. Stop.
He did.
I am speaking up. You gonna still get paid. Stat, speak up.
I am speaking up. You did, because you made an emphasis on him being in Chocolate City.
Yeah, let's go, Stat.
But you say louder. I'm like, he can hear me at the same desk.
Black and proud, Killer.
Yeah, y'all two. I just never seen nothing like it. Just make up anything and then act like y'all heard each other say it. Mase didn't have your back last take. So.
Yeah, because I have my own back. It's going to be posted, but he did say it. So
he did. Thank you for sticking with the truth, Stat, and not letting him swindle you.
I'm not trying to swindle anybody. I'm not trying to swindle people. I'm not trying to swindle anybody out of anything.
Where did this come
Swindle is wild. Swindler.
I meant to say sway.
Swindle is wild. I don't think he ever won his own team. He got caught up in that whole trade with 3-team trade with Chris Paul involved, or Chris Paul got let go from Phoenix, acquired by Golden State. This is all him being great in Golden State system, and he may not be great in another system. He may not be the man in DC, and all jokes aside, with even Murder saying that Chocolate City isn't a good city for him, it may not be any good city for him because you was in a system where they wasn't going to let you get away with shit. You was around championship coaches and around championship players and around championship culture, and it wasn't going to go get no. They wasn't going to let you slack. Then when you win your championship, you stick your chest out, and the older champions wasn't feeling that you sticking your chest out because they had championships previously to you getting there.
Yeah.
I just don't think that he's and Mase, you could be 100% right. I just don't know, but it may not been anywhere for him to go where he's not in a constructive system.
Yeah.
He's one of them players that he may excel in a constructive system. If you put him on the players, sorry, Jingles, he's gonna go wild and crazy. You're gonna start fucking up. You're gonna start doing all type of other shit. When you're with Gauchos and Riverside, you're in the constructive.
You gotta run the offense.
Yeah, you gotta run the offense, and he may not be good doing that. Look, they got 9 games. 1. It's a total. Yes. I'm not gonna even sit and act like I watched the whole Wizards game yet. What I did notice is that he's not starting. Now, for Jordan Poole not to be starting
on DC.
On DC is crazy. For him to be coming off the bench. The game he had 31 points, he came off the bench. So that's even wilder because listen, a lot of people forget, even though he was an intricate part of that Golden State championship, very intricate part, him and Andrew Wiggins, the reason why he got a lot of credibility is because Steph Curry was hurt and Klay Thompson was hurt during that season. So his minutes was up. And that's when you got discovered. Because don't get me wrong, you still need them players to play good, but Draymond still was playing and Steve Kerr was still coaching. So you're innocent that Steph Curry's on the sideline and so is Klay giving advice. He was playing magnificent. That's why there's like, the Splash Cousin or the pool party or whatever. You don't just get nicknames if you're not playing good.
Yeah.
But you're around championship culture. And like Mase said, you take the dog off the leash and let him loose in Chocolate City. This is the results. This is exactly what happened.
Okay, and then earlier in the season, I know you guys were asking what happened to Bol Bol. Well, in the Suns' 114-110 loss to Houston, he had 25 points and 14 rebounds. How do you guys feel about him starting to get minutes back?
Did he do this on, what's his name? What's the pause? The guy from Memphis. Who was that? That you came in, killer with the hair at that time.
From Memphis?
That was beefing with LeBron.
You're talking about Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks played for Houston.
Yeah, he played for Houston.
So that's crazy that he was able to get this against Dylan Brooks. He's supposed to be a supreme stopper, right?
Is he? He told LeBron that he was going to stop him and got them eliminated.
Man, this is looking crazy. I think Bo is still underachieving. I think he's supposed to be on supreme level. Bo Ball, if you're watching this, I'm actually a fan of yours. When it comes to basketball, I'm really expecting the same thing Shaquille O'Neal said about you, that you could really be on that Wemby level because of your height, because of your skill set. But it's something else that's required. And who are we to say this? The people that are saying it. Bo, listen to the expert when he's talking. You're supposed to be on that God level, but you got to work to be on that God level. That's my point. I'm not going to throw any shame at him. He's far better than his dad was, and I think that he's already better than his dad.
Well, what I was thinking to myself is, what's going on in practice that we don't see? Because when we see him play, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he not getting more minutes? Why is he not playing?
It's something else.
It's something not right. And then I thought about it. He leaves Denver, they win a championship. He goes to Orlando the next year. He leaves Orlando. Orlando's playing way better this year. I'm not putting nothing on him. I'm just saying.
You think he's a black cat?
He's definitely black.
It's like a Lamborghini for $200. It just don't sound right.
Yeah,
something ain't right.
Exactly. So you leave Denver, they won a championship. Leave Orlando, they're playing good this year. And I actually watched the whole game. After the loss, they won against the Lakers. He had 24 minutes, 11 points. The Lakers, the Suns was +8 when he's on the floor. So
he's probably just entitled. That's what I'm thinking from the looks of things. It just looked like, not to say that it's true, he just seemed entitled.
When you say that, what do you mean?
Like when
I know what entitled means. I know what entitled means. Why do you feel he's entitled?
Yeah, because it's probably he grew up, his dad was an NBA player. He grew up, understanding that he's 7-something height wise. So in high school, everything was probably given to him. When he go to college, even more is given. He gets to the NBA, supposed to be this great player, and he gets hurt, but he's thinking in his mind, and I'm just saying what I'm taking from it. He's thinking in his mind, oh, I'm already better than them niggas anyway. So it presents a kind of air about yourself where I don't have to work as hard as I should have to work because this is what I'm supposed to be. I've been told this my whole life. You get what I'm saying? Growing up in schools, everybody's telling them, yo, you're going to be a pro. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. You 7 feet. You should be better than LeBron. You're a unicorn. He was the first unicorn. That's why we're calling Wemby an alien because he was the first unicorn. And now, or the first alien or whatever you want to say. And now it's like when he gets to playing with people, he may tend that he's looking for the coach that gives him the green light instead of being a player that show you, I need more responsibility because I'm really one of those players.
I'm not jacking that. You gonna throw a whole entitled thing on Bo like that? That's fucked up. I'm not doing it, man. Bo look humble as shit, man. His pops wasn't that good to be feeling entitled now. Your pops ain't Bron or Mike or none of that. Now, I'm not saying Mase is wrong, but I'm not agreeing with that take. He looks like a nice guy from
It's
from
something
Africa.
he's not understanding, Cam. This guy is 7.
That was my initial shit.
Handle the rock.
I said
He's
something's
like
going on in
Lamar
practice
Odom.
that we not noticing because we're not.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what it is. Normally, it's only 2 reasons something doesn't work, Cam. This is what I learned about life. There's only 2 reasons why something doesn't work. You want to know what they are?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
You're not supposed to be doing it, or you're not faithful enough to it. Those are the only 2 reasons things don't work. No matter what it is. If your record deal didn't work, if you wasn't supposed to be with them, or you ain't put in enough work, is one or the other.
Yeah, but if you could still go get a check and you may not be the best nigga in the world, you don't have to go to work for 9 to 5. It's a bunch of niggas who didn't work out that they just wasn't good enough. Mm-hmm. Kwame Brown, he's number 1 pick. There's a lot of number 1 pick. We just talked about Greg Oden the other day. And the reason I'm even discussing Bo, because I totally agree. When we watch him, he looks really...
He passed the eye test?
He passes the eye test. He passes the eye test. He passed the eye test.
That's why I wanted to bring that up.
I wanted to get some inside information, and not from nobody on the team or nothing, but we watch games. We're not in there day in and day out and practice with these guys and know what's going on. Same thing like when we sit there and we say, for instance, Brock Purdy, for instance, right? Oh, we're going to make him the star quarterback. Niggas is like, yo, you going with the 3rd string nigga?
Yeah.
To make this nigga the quarterback? And then now you got a whole city, San Francisco, or 49er fans or whoever else is in there saying, what the fuck are they doing, man? I don't know. Yeah. But then when it looks good, you like, oh, because they're watching every day. Same thing like, for instance, when Phil Jackson got to New York and he drafted Porzingis, the whole New York was pissed.
Yeah.
Pissed.
I was at that when they was going, boo.
Yeah, yo, they was pissed, bro. And I wasn't there. They was pissed. Yeah. But Phil Jackson is a great basketball mind. I don't think he just randomly going overseas and say, give me the 7-4, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We only get to see...
he saw something.
Yeah, we only get to see a small sample size. Even if we watch a whole game, it's not the sample size that coaches and players see. It may be entitlement. It may be that niggas is in practice just killing this nigga.
Yeah.
Like, get some more heart, nigga. You know, I don't know. And I'm just saying, I'm not jacking that. You could be right, but I'm just not taking it.
I agree with you. He passed all of the eye tests.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to be something because, like you said, he left Denver. They win their first chip in many years. He leaves Orlando, and instantly they become a better team.
Yep.
So you got to ask yourself, what is it? Or is it just your bad luck? Are you just bad luck? Like he's on Phoenix and they start losing. You could be bad luck.
Yeah, because even if it's the entitlement thing, the coaches talk. They ain't gonna want that nonsense thing like, yo, you know the nigga's a head case. He think he all that because his father's a father. He's not gonna get that many chances when you're annoying and not contributing to the team.
Annoying is probably a better word, but it's the same entitlement. That's why a person is annoying because they think
you would hear that. I think you would hear that if it's like when you're annoying or you're a headache or you're disruptive, hard to work with. I think that gets out, depending on who it is. You know, like I know I'm being extreme, but Draymond is annoying, but they win. You know, you got this nigga who just punched a nigga in the face in Phoenix. We know that he's a head case. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, when you're nice,
they'll put up with it.
They'll put up with it. But he ain't been to that level to where they need to put up with it. That's the only thing I'm saying. When they're nice, they'll figure some shit out. John Moran, they'll go take a gun class, nigga. We'll get you back in the league.
You dunking on niggas back here. They gonna
they gonna figure out, yo, Draymond, go to anger management, nigga. Your personality in this league that we need. When you're somebody, they'll figure it out. When you're not,
what is it then?
I don't. That's a question for somebody.
You get what I'm saying? Because he passed the eye test. So what is it?
Yeah.
What could it be?
That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm not saying you're entitled, Bobo. I'm saying that's the only thing I could think of because you handle the rock, you can shoot the ball, you can get blocks. You run the floor. What is it?
I don't know. Against the Lakers, he was 5 for 9, 11 points, plus 8 on the floor. Maybe he'll start getting into rotation.
Yeah.
Well, that's the question of the day. What could it be? And let us know what you guys think in the comments. But that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for 5.